Hi, I'm going to teach you something today which we have touched upon before. Well, not actually touched upon, we have discussed in details, which is law of diminishing marginal returns. Now, law of diminishing marginal returns is part of this law of returns. So there is something called law of returns. And law of returns takes care of more than what law of marginal returns takes care of. Diminishing marginal returns takes care of. So let's assume that there is a factory. Uh, it's starting in a very small room, and they are going to be making just files over there. Okay, so they get a cutter and they get all the raw material, and then one laborer is employed, and that laborer starts making file, and orders start streaming in, and you realize that you can actually have more than one laborer, so you employ the second laborer. When the second laborer comes in, these two laborers can actually talk to each other, learn from each other, and hence the productivity of these laborers actually becomes higher. And that's why you will find that two of them together are producing more than double. Otherwise, one person is making, say, 100 files, another would come and make another 100 files. No, actually, they make 220 files. So, the productivity actually is increasing. The third person comes in. The third person comes in, and there are more heads to work. And so, even productivity increases further. So, instead of it becoming 300, it becomes, say, something like 350 or 350 files or something like that. Okay. So, as the laborers are increasing, because they are using the same machine and the same space in more productive a manner, your total productivity increases at a high rate. You are into increasing returns to scale. You employ more and you are getting more than what you have just employed. Okay, so more than what the input, one input would have usually brought in, it comes in more, increasing returns to scale. After a point of time, you realize that now everybody has learned this and they all are very good at it. So they are already at a good productivity level. Now, when the new laborer is hired, so say now everybody is producing actually just 100 and it is perfect. A new laborer is hired, the new laborer will also produce just 100 files. A new laborer is hired, will produce just 100 files. So now you know the production, you know which is the high productivity, you're using everything nicely, and your production is increasing but at constant rate. First, it was increasing returns to scale because you are actually bringing in more efficiency by hiring more laborers. You are using your resources more efficiently. तो एक गम का बॉटल है, उसका कॉस्ट तो वही रहना है, लेकिन when four people use it, so that cost gets divided into four, and that is the reason why the productivity actually is going up, because your resources are getting utilized more efficiently. Constant returns to scale is your resources are still getting utilized efficiently, but not more efficiently, but as efficient. Okay? So that is constant returns to scale. Then comes what you have heard about, diminishing returns to scale. Diminishing returns to scale is now there are so many people in this room that the room starts becoming smaller. I mean, it is not, I mean, not room starts becoming smaller, but the space available for each worker starts becoming smaller. There is more crowding. You don't have space to even move your hand or use the cutter properly, or your putting in file in one place is actually coming in somebody's way to make files and things like that. So now that size is becoming a constraint, diminishing returns to scale set in. So when diminishing returns to scale set in, you would still be increasing production, but your production will be increasing at a decreasing rate. Okay, so increasing returns to scale, production increases at increasing returns, at increasing rate. Constant returns to scale, production increases but at a constant rate. Diminishing returns to scale, production increases but at a decreasing rate. And then comes the last one, which is called the negative returns to scale. In negative returns to scale, when you are adding raw materials, the production actually declines because now there are so many people that they are actually decreasing the production. It is affecting productivity of everybody. Diminishing returns, sorry, negative returns to scale. Okay, so now let me just share the file and show you what I'm trying to say. Okay, so just a moment. Right. So here are the laborers. When there was no laborer, there was no production. First laborer comes in and the production becomes 15. So the additional production, which is the marginal product, is 15. Second laborer comes in, production increases to 40. So the second laborer brings with him 25. Instead of 15, the production per for this laborer is actually 25 because now the productivity has increased. The third one comes in, resources are even more better utilized, 30. So the this person is able to produce 30 more. 15 से शुरू करके this person is adding 25 more to the production. This person is adding 30 more to the production. So the production is increasing at the increasing scale rate. So here you are increasing the number of laborer is just 111, but your production is increasing at an increasing rate. So at what rate it is increasing is given by marginal product, which says what is the additional addition to the production. Okay, so this is what is the increasing returns where resources are utilized more efficiently. After that comes constant returns to scale. You are adding the same number of laborers, they are bringing in the same amount of production. It is not decreasing, they are bringing in the same amount. So now the efficient utilization continues, but it is not more efficient, it is efficient rate, which is continuing. So production is increasing at a constant rate. After that, the space starts becoming a constraint and you have now production increasing. It is still increasing, but it is increasing at a decreasing rate. This is where the diminishing marginal returns have set in. Okay, so this is what is the diminishing returns. And then this is the negative returns where you have put in so much of inputs that actually the output is getting adversely affected. So that's why it is negative returns to scale, adversely affected out. Okay, if I draw a curve, then just see this is the very for the first 1, 2, 3, 4 units, it is very steep curve. Then the slope decreases a little, then the slope decreases further, and then the slope actually comes down. Okay, so this is how you draw the total product curve where this is increasing returns, constant returns, diminishing returns, negative returns. Okay, so just remember these four phases of total product curve so that you don't forget it. And if I draw the marginal product curve from the same data, then this is how it is going to look. Okay, so here it is very easy for you to recognize the stages of the laws of return. The curve is going up, so it is increasing. This is constant returns. This is diminishing returns. This is negative returns. You just can't make any mistake as far as marginal product curve is concerned. Here you have to guess it. Here you see it very, very clear. So that is all that you had to learn as far as this particular class is concerned, that you learn to draw the total product curve in such a way that it is increasing, but at increasing rate, constant rate, diminishing rate, and then negative rate. Okay, that's all that we needed to know. And now let me just very quickly show you if I were to do this with a whiteboard. Now, let me see where can I fill the whiteboard. Um, no, I'm not getting it right now. Okay, let it be. I'll show it to you in my next video, and we'll stop here right now.